Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Edge Hill. My name is Clive Edwards. I'm Pro-Chancellor and Chair of the Governors at this university. It's a great pleasure to have you here, and I now declare that this ceremony for the conferment of degrees is open.
Pro-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, graduands, friends, family and supporters, good afternoon. My name is Helen O'Keefe and I'm the Associate Dean in the Faculty of Education. Welcome to your graduation today, a day to celebrate the end of one of the busiest but most important times in your life. For your period of study, you've been studying at a university that was University of the Year and has been awarded Gold, the highest possible outcome in the Teaching Excellence Framework. We are proud of our heritage and history, which makes us the university we strive to be, and we hope it's inspired you to be the teachers you are today. Edge Hill College opened in Liverpool in 1885 as the first non-denominational teacher training college for women, and our focus has always been, and continues to be, social justice, challenge and change. You are graduating in a year where we have commemorated historically significant moments of change, both locally and across the globe. At the time, these moments revealed a new generation of history makers, those determined to disrupt the accepted norms and recognise and seek a better future. If we begin with the historically significant, it's been the year to mark and recognise the anniversary of women over 30 gaining the vote in 1918. This resonates particularly in this institution, where we began life as an all-female teacher training college, and marks a turning point in the recognition of the rights of women within our country. Examples of this progress can be seen to this day, and although maybe less well publicised, this year we have seen the appointment of the first female president of the UK Supreme Court and the first female leader of the New York Stock Exchange. We do know, however, there is still an awful long way to go. The year has also seen the rise of a new and significant group of global campaigns where we have witnessed, to quote Helen Pankhurst, who is one of our honorary graduates, we've witnessed citizens taking charge of history, and a year in which new and different voices are entering the world stage. Particularly significant is the growth and the prominence of the voices of young people and children. Examples include America, where tragic circumstances led to the young people of Parklands bringing their voices to the global stage, highlighting gun use in America and prompting events such as the March for Our Lives. Likewise, in India, the global march against childhood labour involved thousands of children marching to demand an end to childhood labour and the right to attend school. Here we see the often hidden voices of children and young people across the world, sending a message of defiance and hope with a focus on real change and their hopes for the future. There have been some examples of shifts in thinking in response to these issues, but we are by no means where we need to be, and much work is still to be done. You, in your teaching roles, will all know of the many issues which still need to be raised and the voices that still need to be heard. This year, there have been two examples of this in significant awards given to teachers. The Global Teacher Prize, awarded to a secondary teacher from inner London, and the TES New Teacher of the Year Award 2018, awarded to an Edge Hill University secondary graduate. Both in their own ways have used their roles as teachers to listen to and highlight their pupils' voices and experiences, recognising the power of this to influence and change, and in their case they have used this to create and design innovative school curriculum. Many things motivate agents of change to do what they do. Some will have been influenced by family, community, personal experience, social media, but many will also have been influenced early in their life, or more recently, by their education. inspired by creative and dynamic teachers and educators who have helped them to enter history through a slightly different door and who have helped them to see and understand the world in new and often very different ways. Children and young people are particularly powerful in the change agent role. They lack the fear and hesitation that comes from experience. So they may be quick to question, dare to be different, and often challenge what we would consider to be tried and tested. This behaviour can introduce uncertainty, and in some cases, if you're a teacher, it can feel a bit like chaos. However, it also brings change that was previously thought to be impossible, along with the fresh, new ideas that we need in order to adapt the way we do things in an ever-changing and evolving world. We hope that at Edge Hill, our heritage in education and our focus on social justice has encouraged you to be the teachers and educators who can motivate and inspire the next generation of change agents. And you can bring to the forefront the hidden voices through your innovative and creative practice. Graduates, you will have huge demands on your time, and much will be expected of you as teachers, practically, emotionally, and logistically. But within all of that, you are in a position to bring those who might be on the margins to the centre, supporting those in your care to dream and to show them the art of the possible. We wish you all every success as you make the move to the next stage of your journey. And remember, we continue to be here for you, to support you as you move through your career, and we look forward to hearing about your successes. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of Academic Board, I present students from the Faculty of Education who are candidates for awards today. The following candidates are presented for the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status in the subject specialisms of Early Years Education. Catherine Michelle Aspinall. Emily Lynn Atkin. Molly Louise Baker. Kiva Mary Barr. Shakila Bow. Chloe Rebecca Bodkin. Emma Bourne. Charlotte Louise Bray. Jessica Jane Jurgens Campbell. Louise Katie Creeby. Gabrielle Ann Couples. Hannah Louise Dowdall. Robin Lisa Dunwoody. Kerry Falconer. Suzanne Louise Flynn. Rachel Elizabeth Ford. Catherine Frances Harper. Emily Rose Hesketh. Anna Catherine Hillock. Edward Peter Inkster. Lauren Elizabeth Kidd. Georgina Mary Laws. Richie Mellor. Holly Marie Noon. Catherine Louise O'Hanlon. Kirsty Lorraine Plowman. Jennifer Ann Power. Joanne Prescott. Kelsey Jade Reardon. Mia Rachel Roberts. Bianca Smith. Rachel Elizabeth Smith. Sarah Jane Smith. Victoria Ann Spence. Charlotte Holly Thornwell. Lydia Jane Vaughan. Hannah Sheila Wall. Ashley Ward. Evangeline Webster. Kimberly Mary Wright. Lucy Ann Wobleski. Secondary Business Education, Neil Samuel Whiteside. Secondary Computer Science and Information Technology, David Michael Brownrigg. Yvonne Ellen Clark. Jack Compton. Aaron Michael Cowley. Kiefer Dean Cunningham. Samuel James Harvey. Mohammed Ashfaq Hussain. Alice Amy Kenyon. Rosemary Jane Laurie. Saneet Misra. Linda Carol Nelson. Stephen Pennington. Nicola Jane Penner. Anand Tardy Reddy. Paige Redmond. Hannah Louise Simpkin. Tyler Michael Joseph Spence. Kirsty Abigail Thomas. Claudia Ilona Wainwright. Jason Lee Walker. Sophie Jane Wedge. Secondary Design and Technology, Anna Patricia Kosciadefero. Secondary Drama, Emily Hannah Dowbiggin. Secondary English, Johanna Rachel Boyson. Hannah Elizabeth Brady. Amy Brown. Thomas Ernest Stewart Chadwick. Peter Collins. Eleanor Catherine Cruz. John Diver. Caroline Francis Doyle. Andrew David Egan. Benjamin Michael Engelin. Brona Louise Gallagher. Catherine Mary Griffin. Lydia Ann Hearn. Molly Ellen Houghton. Sophie Jane Hunter. Christopher Thomas Jeffrey. Michaela Lee. Jordan Martin McAllister. Emily Mortimer. Adele Therese O'Dolan. Bethany Jane Phillips. Shannon Victoria Poston. Sophie Annabelle Riley. Catherine Roberts. Brogan Jane Robertson. Hannah Victoria Roma Santa. Carl Shaw. Matthew David Stevens. Sian Elizabeth Walter. Tansy Eloise Wickham Pusey. Katie Helen Wilcock. Sophie Jade Willis. Jamie George Wilson. Secondary Geography, Robin Mary Boland. Rodney Crosby. Marie Claire Sarah Crothers. Lucy Elizabeth Doyle. Callum Peter Kelly. Sophie Lancaster. Rebecca Kirsty Metcalf. Joanne Frances Nolan Morris. Laurie Ann Prosser. Richard Matthew Raymond. Victoria Louise Roach. Rebecca Louise Wignall. Penny Philippa Woodhouse. Secondary History, Alexandra Jane Banks. Amy Campbell. Michael Barry Edge. Andrew Galley. Bethany Jade Hughes. Thomas Martin Manning. Gemma Louise McMullen. Hannah McParland. Katie Louise Memory. Jennifer Nolan. Robert Peter Phillips. Warren Stephen K. Larson. Fraser John Ray. Bradley Anthony Renouf. Jessica Catherine Rimmer. Sadie Louise Rimmer. Andrew John Robinson. Elizabeth Rose Robinson. Kaylee Clara Slater. Catherine Ellen Smith.
Hannah Stoneley. Rebecca Jade Tyree. Thomas Patrick David Whitehead. Thomas Alexander Wilson. Secondary Mathematics, Lucy Francesca Bailey. Richard Edward Booth. Alexander Byrne. Charlotte Rose Carlyle. Amy Fazakali. Daniel G. Christopher Peter Hardman. Katie Henderson. Joanne Mills. Megan Kate Such. Alexander James Tate. Charlotte Rose Wormsley. Secondary physical education, Connor Addison. Kate Mary Aitken. Jennifer Ellen Kenish Allman. James Andrew Ball. Amelia Brennan. Edward Charles Brindley. Yasmin Jessica Burgess. Matthew James Busby. Colin James Campbell. Edward Patrick Carney. Danica Shannon Maria Clegg. Adam Cowie. Connor Duggan. Daniel Mark Dunleavy. Laura May Fielding. Amy Lee Hand. Daniel Mark Hay. Yasmin Amanda Henchliff. George Craig Kitching. Sarah Elizabeth Lewis. Bethany Rose Lowe. Aaron Derek Marsh. Lauren Marshall. Faye Catherine Morrill. Hannah Eluned Owen. Chloe Olivia Rule. Charlotte Louise Seal. Ross Allen Small. Emma Wilkinson. Adam Robert Worley. Secondary psychology, Mumina Mahmood. Secondary religious education, Catherine Agnew. Lauren Appleton. Morgan Jane Brophy. Rebecca Eve Harvey. Amy Claire Foster. Hannah Elizabeth Higgins. Rosmina Dilava Yakub Patel. Secondary Science Biology, Matthew Christopher Carlisle. Courtney Jade Davenport. Emily May Duncan. Mohammed Iqbal Gajra. David Ryan Martindale. Jamie Louise McGregor. Laura Mottershead. Bracken Elizabeth Sturgis. Jonathan Walker. Bethany Hannah Williams. Secondary Science Chemistry, James Martin Thomas Bailey. Anna Elizabeth Pauline Clinton. Zara Hussain. Shuma Mahmood. Secondary Science Physics, David Arthur James Carter. Postgraduate Certificates in Education, Further Education and Training, Saeed Najaf Abbas. Hannah Adams. Olasubomi Rashidat Adesanya. Stacey Can. Sean Daniel Carbot. Jay Charna. Brianna Rosine Creaney. Gillian Claire Croydon. Sinead Beth Dunn. Nicole Heather Fagan. Charlotte Joanne Follett. Elaine Carol Gilroy. Atifa Hansrot. Sarah Nur Hassan. Emily Elizabeth Hughes. Jack Philip Kieran. Jane Elizabeth Kirkham. Samantha Jade Lewis. Kirsty Maguire. Amy Louise Payton. Matthew James Potter. Alicia Jane Pritchard. Amanda Caroline Roberts. Christopher Ryan. Zainab Salim. Kelly Ann Sharrock. Megan Patricia Standeven. Thomas Robert Walker. Laura Went. Philippa Sue Whiteside. Joshua Wilkinson Williams. Samuel Jacob Woodrow. The following candidates are presented for the award of Professional Graduate Certificate in Education with qualified teacher status in the subject specialisms of Secondary Computer Science and Information Technology, Fiza Khan. Athar Mahmood. Charlie McCartan. Bentley Thomas William Proctor. Secondary English, Laura Jane Atkinson. Secondary History, Thomas Charles Lambert. Secondary Mathematics, Franca Ejoaquin Egaga. Secondary Physical Education, Emma Jane Gibson. Darren Christopher McGill. Samuel Shane Prince. Graduate Diploma in Education, Secondary, Craig Hitchin. David Forbes Marsden. Ashley Lauren Emma Robinson. Lauren Francis Scott. University Higher Diploma in Further Education and Training, Terry Marie Cashman. Charlotte Fletcher. Katie Margaret Lavender. Professional Graduate Certificate in Education, Secondary Physical Education with QTS, Nicholas Costis. Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Secondary Computer Science and Information Technology, Gemma Watson. Vice-Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of students from the Faculty of Education.
Lots of applause, but as yet, no awards. Important words. By the authority vested in me as the Vice-Chancellor of Edge Hill University, I hereby confer the Edge Hill University Awards for which you have been presented, and I congratulate you all. Wave your hats in the air. 11 solid weeks of sunshine. You're in school, final TP, the kids don't want to be there, the sun's beating down, your graduation day, it's raining. For us, this is the 5th day of ceremonies, 14 ceremonies in total. That's almost 4,000 graduates. It's about 8,000 shoes, 27 litres of fake tan. That's just me, by the way. No. We've seen doctoral candidates, masters, undergraduate degrees, and in this ceremony, several hundred PGCEs. And you're my favourites. Not simply because I've got a vision of myself in about an hour and a half, 2 hours' time, on the sofa with a glass of red wine, watching the last few players come in the open golf. But actually, you're my favourites for another reason as well. You are actually going to go out there and change people's lives. Teachers create life chances. You will actually be important determinants on the lives of thousands and thousands of young people, some of them very young, some of them in secondary education. This university is based upon widening participation, giving opportunities. Those opportunities, to some extent, come in the home, but actually also very extensively come from what happens in the nursery, in early years, in primary. We've had the primary PGCEs earlier today, and also, of course, in secondary education. And you are the vehicle between those individuals and the outcomes that they desire, and in some cases, perhaps your job is to help release the potential which those individuals have. And that potential will vary as well. If you come from a privileged background, then you may actually have much more support in actually articulating that potential. If you don't, then the teacher becomes even more important. The teacher becomes the conduit for an individual to enable themselves to fulfill their full potential. So we're proud of you. We're delighted you chose to come to Edge Hill to study. It matters to us. We would like to say that actually we'd like that relationship to continue. Many of you perhaps will actually support and mentor trainees in the future in your roles out there. We would also want to be here to support you as well. Teaching's a tough job. A PGCE is also a tough year as well. I spent a year in a house with someone doing a PGCE and I still haven't recovered. I know just how demanding it is for all of you. And I know how demanding the first year or two of teaching are. And what I would also advise you to do is actually maintain links with each other. Because each of you, if you share your experiences, maybe sometimes pool resources, then actually enable you to feel supported. And also, I think perhaps to do the job even better. But from our side also, you're very welcome back here as well. Keep in touch with your tutors. Talk to people. There are times, not every day is a sunny day in July. Not every day is even a rainy day in July. You know how tough it can be, in the middle of winter or whatever, when it's dark, you're getting out into school, you've got a challenging class. If you're a secondary teacher, year 9 boys, I recommend. Particularly those who you're not absolutely sure whether they really are going to progress in maybe the kind of academic curriculum which Michael Gove and some of his successors would like to impose upon them. But it's so from my side, what I say is I don't see today as being the end of a journey. We'd want to help you on the next stage of the journey. It's an important staging post, but it has to be also seen as a stepping stone as well. A stepping stone to successful careers, but actually as important from my perspective is what I want you to have is happy, healthy and fulfilling lives. Because in the end, actually, if you are happy, healthy and fulfilled, you will also be even better teachers. You go from here with the support of all my colleagues, with our very best wishes for the career ahead. Enjoy the rest of today. It's your day. Okay? Sort of I know what I'm going to be doing in a couple of hours. I've got an idea what some of you will be doing in a couple of hours as well. Really enjoy it, and hopefully you look back today and the past year as one of real achievement on your part, and my very best wishes for, I say, a happy, healthy, fulfilling and successful career and life ahead. Thanks for your time. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, with a song for our graduating class of 2018, will you please welcome Miss Lucy McHale.
For you, there'll be no crying. For you, the sun will be shining, 'cause I feel that when I'm with you, it's all right. I know it's right. And the songbirds keep singing like they know the score. And I love you, I love you, I love you like never before. To you, I would give the world. To you, I'd never be cold, 'cause I feel that when I'm with you, it's all right. I know it's right. And the songbirds keep singing like they know the score. And I love you, I love you, I love you like never before, like never before, like never before.
Thank you very much, Lucy. That was great. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed the ceremony. There are now refreshments in the centre of the campus in the hub. So back the way you came, and hopefully it won't be raining by now. Please have a very safe journey home, and I now declare this congregation closed.